So, welcome to the first Team Pedal Premier League podcast. Today we have the FPL King Moose and Ismail Dokra joining us to talk about the lineups for the week. So, you guys seen some of the lineups already? I'll bring it up now. We'll start with maybe the last game. Maybe the Tridents versus Supersonics. Do you want me to repeat it, Docs? Or you have your thoughts already?
I
so
didn't see the lineups.
And you can tell me what you think of the strategy of the two captains as well. So we had Nadim and Hansa playing against Tala and Yahya. So the Supersonics won the toss. We put Nadim and Hansa in first. They responded with Tala and Yahya.
That's a crack-over game.
I think we need for a showpiece.
I'm putting none of those guys in my FPL, boss. Too close to call.
So proper 50-50 there.
Yeah.
All right. And the second
I back Nadim there.
One to watch out for.
You back Nadim, Arshad?
We
We don't mind some comments from the audience.
Okay, since you've invited the audience.
As long as it's constructive comments.
I back Hansa.
Okay. If it's not constructive, then okay.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go through all of them, let the panel discuss it, and then afterwards we'll just get some comments, right? So in the next one we've got AB and Waj, Imran Waj, and that's Zaid and Gerard in the second one.
No, easy
So
tough
I was
for Zaid and
watching
Gerard.
Imran Wad in the court in the week. He was on form, practicing, getting his shots in. So I'm sure he's ready to take you guys on. So I feel you guys are coming short there.
So you're going for a win for Supersonics?
Definitely.
Moose?
No chance.
Nah, I'm on the fence there again. Because I know Gerard runs like a fucking horse on the thing. He's going to be going left, right, while you just chill at the net, and he's going to snap his Achilles also. I'm going 50-50 here again. Depends how well Mr. Zaid plays. If Zaid brings his game, then he could take the edge.
Okay. Then
So
we've got
based on Zaid's current form, it's swinging the other way. I would back Zaid any day of the week, but currently he's not looking too good. He's a bit rusty. A few games down the line, and I think he's going to be back in action.
That's why I said it all depends on Zaid's game.
Okay. Then we've got Zain, Ahmed, and Uzair versus Tala, Karim, and Zaidi.
I think we have another 50-50. Zain Ahmed is very consistent on the right-hand side. So I would say 50-50 there.
Who's Zain Ahmed pairing with? Uzair.
Yeah.
Zain Ahmed and Uzair.
Okay, then in the last match we have Ziad Musa and Mokaji versus Mpumi and Isa.
I think that's a guaranteed win for the Tridents.
Isa Ghani played in the last match with AB Mia. So you're giving two. So basically, you guys are giving two to Tridents, and you're saying the two are 50-50.
Basically.
Yeah. Basically.
I'll take those odds. Okay, in the next one that we did today was, let's get some of the audience in there as well. Lobo, Arshad, any of you guys, what do you think? Lobo, you haven't given a comment on that lineup battle there.
Yeah, the first one was Tala and Yahya. Also, I think it's 50-50. The second one with you and Jay. Look, I've seen you tonight. You came to the Mambas training. And based on what I've heard and seen, I think that you and Jay take that second game. Then
that's a very bold call.
Who's the next one? You said Ziad and who's pairing Ziad?
Then we have Ziad and Mokaji versus Mpume and Isa.
Yeah, that's your game again. And then
we have Zain Uzair versus...
Yeah, for that one I would say 50-50 as well. But I'm giving you 2 definite wins.
My team is very confident on that match in particular.
Mm.
Maybe not the other matches. I don't know. But
Zaid's coming off a high. Remember, he beat Sully and
yeah.
Prince last week. So he's getting lots of confidence. I think that's going to help him in that match.
Anyone else want to comment on that one there, or can we move on to the next one? Yasser, I see your hands up there.
Yeah, I'll comment on this one, and only on the first game. I think that's going to be quite an interesting game. It's, in my opinion, going to be a match of contrasting styles. If you look at the way Nadim and Hansa play, they're both quite consistent and have a bit more of a touch game, angle game, not much smashing in on their side. Great defense though. And if you look at the other side, Tala and Yahya, far better at the power game, big smashes, great volleyers. Although Nadim's also quite a good volleyer and likes to take the net. So I think the net battles might just be pipped by the Babas because of both of them being quite good at the net versus just the, I'd say Nadim is quite strong. Ansa also decent, but I think slightly weaker than the weakest out of the 4 of them from a volleying perspective. It's going to come down to who holds their nerve, and the way the Babas have been winning their tie breaks, I suppose that bodes well for them. But again, the consistency element from the other two, it could push them over the edge this time, and they might fall short.
I think the crowd will
So
enjoy this game, eh?
yeah, it could be close, but it could also be one-sided depending on how the teams counter each other. I'm going with the Babas for this one.
I think that was a brilliant analysis. A lot of in-depth knowledge from previous games. Brilliantly said.
Okay, then let's go to your game, Docs. So we have the Dons versus Midlife Crisis. The two guys sitting here today will be opponents this week. In the first matchup, we have Adnan and Keenan versus Ibrahim, Parak, and Semi Bulbulia. And yeah, I mean, that looks like it's going to be match 3 on the night, but it's the first matchup we're calling. What do you guys think?
Look, Semi has recently moved to the left side, and I think his game has been improved on the left side. Ibi Parak is consistent on the right, so it's going to be a cracker. I'm going to go 50-50 there.
I agree with Moose. It's going to be a tight game. Whoever holds their nerve will take the match. But fair point, 50-50, totally agree.
Okay. Is Adnan a right-sided player, Docs?
Left, he's a left-hand player.
Yeah. Before we, you know what, I missed out on the last one. Just before we continue on this one, on the Tridents one, how do you think the strategy went, Lobo? We never talk of strategy.
Yeah, I think AB counted you quite well because when you went with Uzair, he mixed up his pairing at that point. So he went with Tilla and Zaidi, who we never tried before in any of the other rounds. So I think that was quite clever. And you were quite clever as well on your call to match up with Jay, because you mixed your pairs at that point, and you never paired with Jay up to now. So yeah, I think both teams were thinking their pairings very well.
Okay. So okay, let's carry on with the Dons matchup then, and then when we finish this, we'll just go on to the strategy of it. So 50-50 on the first game. Second game, Fahim Mangal versus Moose and Arshad.
I honestly believe somebody's going to get mangled there.
Who's going to get mangled in this one?
So clearly they're going to get mangled. Clearly we're the favorites on this game.
Yeah.
And I believe we can note down the points before the game even started.
What you calling there, Docs? What you calling? The last time you played me, you said I improved a lot. So what are you calling, Docs?
So remember, that's one of our best silver players. So chances of you all taking that is slim to none.
Oh,
Wow.
Mangal and Fahim.
Mangal and Fahim.
Okay.
All right, then we've got Yusri and
I think they're
Hussein.
missing the Gandalf effect there, boss. Mangal's gonna get Gandalfed.
That's a
Moose, you don't have any
crazy,
comment on that
crazy
one?
thing to say. Yeah.
No, I'm just Docs is so confident. I'm just gonna, I don't want to say anything now. I'll speak to Docs after the game. Maybe buy him a coffee or something. Give him a box of tissues.
Looking
Okay.
forward to that.
Listen, anyone who gets a donut, by the way, the Tea Time stand has now started to introduce the donut product there. So, I mean, I think it's only fair if you collect a donut, you need to buy your two opponents a donut. Isn't that fair, right? Next
Dogs,
matchup, Yusri and
Dogs,
Adil.
wait. 1 second. Dogs, where you want Moose to play? We'll make it even easier for you. Where you want him to play? Left or right?
It honestly doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right.
Doesn't matter. Give it your best shot. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Just to
have
give you a heads up. Just to give you a heads up, Doc, I've already beaten Mangal twice with two different people. So he's
Okay.
gonna have
Okay.
nightmares when he
Don't
sees
go
me.
on the defense. Don't go on the
so you
defense.
think those guys are getting mangled?
Let the haters talk.
Let's see what happens on the day.
Sure. 100%.
Next matchup, Yusri Adil versus Yazo and Harun.
So I take that as a 50-50. I think it's gonna be a very tight game. I think there's gonna be a lot of rallies in that game. And may the best pair win.
Okay. Then we've also got, maybe Moose, you can comment on that. I mean, may the best player win means he thinks it's a 50-50. I guess he doesn't want to really say much. But that just means he's on the fence with that one. He's not as confident as he was in the lineup.
All I'm
battle.
saying is Yasser is undefeated so far. So, and I believe Yusri got his ass handed to him in the last week. So bring it on.
In the last match, we've got Junaid and Tawur versus Mickey and Hamza.
Again, that's going to be a very interesting match. One of the top 10s from the league, from both sides. Mickey and Hamza come in with a lot of positives. Tahour being one of the best players in the league. Same with Mickey and Hamza. So I think it's going to be a good contest. Hard to call.
Can't call it. You, Moose? Confident there?
Yeah, some with Docs on that one. Yeah, 50-50.
Moose, put the light on. I can't see you.
I have you guys winning that game. The way I have it here, I think Don's take game 1 at Nankeenan. Game 2, I can't call game 2. I've seen Fahim and Moose. I don't know. I haven't seen too much of Gandalf. So I think I hope to see a little bit of this match at least. And then we've got in the Yusri Adil match. Yeah, I think that's also super close to call. So those two matches are close to call. I think the first match Don's, and I think the last match, I think Mickey and Hamza take that. And I think they take it in straight sets also.
Yeah, I'm with you on that side. But I'm seeing these two teams end up 2-2.
And in terms of the strategy, you think it went well for both these guys, or you think they could have? You think one could have got the upper hand of another? Yeah.
So I think when you lose the toss, you're always on the back foot. The first
Yeah,
toss,
if you lose the first toss,
utmost
you're at a
important.
serious disadvantage.
It puts you on the back foot immediately.
Because then you're basically dominating. Most teams are opting to see the goal first.
No, but they didn't in this one. They opted to see
In this
silver.
one, they didn't. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, still, I think 2-2 is a fair outcome for both teams in this lineup.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So basically what you guys are saying so far of the two games we called very close matches, can go either way, 2-2 or 3-1, no real dominance. We're
Can I
moving
speak
on to
before you end, please?
Can the peanut gallery chip in on this one?
yeah, join in
Yeah,
on this one.
me, I want to speak first.
Yeah, I'd like to just double check both super experts Zaid and Javid. Could you just clarify again which two you see going for Dons and which two you see going for?
No, I just have it as
Uh,
one. I just have Mickey and Hamza going for midlife, and I have Adnan Keenan taking the Don's match. I just have it as that at the moment. The other two is 50-50.
okay. 50-50. Interesting.
Can
Okay.
I go? Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, if
introduce yourself.
Yasser's partner is 50% on,
Wait, who's
I don't
talking?
think any. If Yasser's, it's Tala.
Okay.
If Yasser's partner is even 50% on, and Yasser is 60% on, I don't think anyone stands a chance. That Yasser guy is, he's our kind.
Okay. Okay, so that'll be interesting then. Let's see if Harun can bring his A game. Harun's one win, one loss at the moment, if I remember right. Right, Assassins versus Smash Squad. This one here, they've got, I don't know if you guys had seen the lineups before, but this one they've got Farzad and Bombs versus Nabil and Natso.
I haven't seen this ones. Can't really comment on that one.
Farzad and Bombs and
Nabil, Jiwa,
yeah,
and Letso.
yeah. Nabil, Gio, and Letso.
Yeah, I think so too.
Agree.
And then in the second match, we've got Zico and Trevor versus Zahir, Prince and Nadim.
Prince
Zahir,
and
Prince, and Nadim.
Nadim.
Yeah,
Mm.
versus Zico and Trevor.
Zico Trevor take that game 10-1.
Yes, this Prince on the line here.
What do you think, Moose?
No.
I'm going 50-50. I don't know. I don't know much about Prince's partner. What's his name? Nadim.
Nadim Kadami.
Yeah, but Prince is pretty consistent. If his partner is also on his level, then it should be a 50-50.
Okay.
I think
Then,
Prince is slightly edging that. It's probably a 60-40 in favor of Prince.
all right, then we go to the next one, which is JC and Ricky versus Mayet and Sully.
JC and
Mine.
Ricky.
JC and
Definitely
Ricky.
JC and Ricky. Any day of the week.
Is it? I mean, you guys said that pretty quickly. Is that like a wide margin?
JC and Ricky make an amazing pair. I think they played enough games and they gel very well together.
Moose?
Yeah, JC and Ricky. Look, I've played against them. I know their game. I've played against Mayet. I've played against Sully. So I've played against all four players. So I think JC and Ricky should take that one easily.
Easily, okay, interesting.
But
Then
just to come in there, I just want to add, I mean, Mait's also an exceptional player. Mait and Nos. So, you know what? Nos also can hold his game. So, although I said initially JC and Ricky, this could be a 50-50.
But it's not Mayet and Nos, it's Mayet and Suli.
Mait and Sully could be a 50-50, sorry.
Who's speaking?
It's Joe, the injured, the cripple. From
Okay.
Tridents.
And in the
Rafi's
last game, we got JP and Zico versus. So Zico gets another game. He's doubling up on this one. Playing with JP, who's making his this should be his first game. He's been suffering with some injury. JP. This will be his first game, and he plays against Nos and Noshad. Nos and Noshad has been a
Nosad is very strong. Especially pairing you up with Nos, I think they're gonna edge that by far.
Yeah. Noe and Nos will edge it.
Anyone else from the gallery here?
Oh, was I not supposed to comment?
No, we get you. We're getting you in now. Now it's open mic for this matchups here.
You know,
What pay is this? Nos and Nushad versus who?
Nos and it's Nos
Nos
and
and
Noe
Noe.
versus JP, Yusuf Patel, and Zico.
Nos and Nushad.
Look, Nos and Nushad should win, but if Nos flippin'
Depends which Nos shows up.
yeah, it depends which Nos shows up. Even you know, Nos can play against the weakest pair and lose, but he'll pull a rabbit out of the hat against the strongest pair. So it depends which Nos rocks up.
Okay.
I think this
All right.
Nos is hungry for games. So I think
If
the right
anyone
Nos
wants to
is
comment
picking
on
up
these
tomorrow.
games, it looks like some people are like not used to some of the names in that lineup. I guess you'll have to see him as them as the tournament goes on. We've got another one in the next matchup is the Mambas and the Carnage Kings now. So I mean that's Carnage
I was
Kings that's coming up.
disappointed. I was disappointed in this lineup, sir. Yo.
Well, the Carnage Kings came back very nicely last week. After 2-4-0 losses, they came back to win 3-1. The Mambas went 3-1 down last week. So you have a team that might be confident and you have a team that might be losing a bit of confidence, but it's kind of like a must-win match for the Carnage Kings here. We have
Exactly.
in the first matchup, so the way it went, I think, maybe Lobo can correct me if I'm wrong, just in terms of the way the lineups went. It first went Isa Lobo. So Mambas lost the toss. Isa Lobo, they respond with Saeed and Sufi. What do you guys think of that?
Saeed and Sufi. Donut coming up.
Donut. So
So I'm
is this
really looking forward to
an
that game.
FPL banker?
For sure.
El Mogo versus El Lobo.
You heard it first from the FPL King.
Yep, I'm with the FPL King. El Lobo versus El Mogo.
So I see
El
Saeed and
Mogo for the
Sufi
win.
captaincy material this week.
So the real L is coming out. Somebody's dropping the name.
All right, in the next match then, I mean, and that just sounds like it's pretty... Lobo, I don't know if you're listening, it sounds like unanimous here. But in the next matchup, we've got Raza and Jason. Now, I'm not sure where they went to next. Maybe Lobo, I think...
There was
Yeah,
a
it was
rain
Raza.
somewhere there.
I think Lobo lost the toss and then goes Raza and Jason. And they go Ray Ashraf. They
That's
respond with
another
Ray and
donut.
Ashraf.
So basically, they threw that game, and that's gonna be Ray is gonna be going out of business very soon. He's probably just been dishing
Ray
out so
hasn't
many
scored a
donuts
point
recently.
in 2 weeks. I
Collecting.
think he scored 6 loves every time he's played. That poor
Yeah, this
chap is
one is
having
this one is a
nightmares.
rough one.
We're hoping
one-
to add
He's
to
the
the
only one
donut
you can't
gallery
blame
there.
him if he gets it.
Yeah, he's going for a full dozen. Okay. So, I mean, there's not much to be said on that match there because it's very one-sided, it seems. But then we've got the next matchup. We've got Yakub Uwais versus Foki and Burhan. So I think, Lobo, did they respond to you on that one there?
Yeah, so I lost the toss. I went with Uwais and Yakub. And then they responded with Foki Burhan.
Okay. So what do you think of that lineup?
So I think Foki got the better hand here. I think it's tipped 60-40 in Foki's favor. And it's going to be a good match. I feel Yakub makes a bit too much of errors when he's under pressure. So I definitely think Foki and them will have, with their consistency, they're going to take it.
Moose?
Yeah, that's
I don't
been
know how Burhan plays, but I know how Uwais and Yakub play, and I know how Foki plays. And I'm edging towards Uwais and Yakub to take that one 60-40.
I have it
Most,
on
it all depends on what Jakub comes up, boss. That's the big thing. Because if Jakub comes and just makes mistakes, oof, it's a problem.
I have it on a 50-50 also.
So I think Burhan is pretty strong, especially if you play him on the left. I think He's gonna dominate.
Guys, Yakub is on the line. Don't talk bad. Don't talk bad. He's replying.
Okay, then in the last match we have Riaz I think they probably went both. Lobo, did you win that toss? Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. But the last
Yeah.
matchup went Riaz and Badat versus Boat and Rais. How do you guys have this? So yeah, that's another, I guess, close one. I don't know.
Again, which Badat is gonna pitch up? How much of honey is he gonna have before he gets into that game? It's gonna
Boss,
be
this is
closer.
basically the battle between Boat and Badat. Whoever capitulates, that's the end of it.
Lobo, how you have this one?
Yeah, it's a tough one because I got Riaz playing in the business class in the first round. He's playing game 1 in the business class and he's coming to my game 3.
No, but that also means
So-
he's warmed up, remember?
Yeah, but the muscles are contracting and cold. So then he's going to get stiff and cramp. So I don't know if he's going to have legs for that game, but I'm hoping that it doesn't affect him. I still have my team 60-40 to win it.
Okay, I mean, look here, I think there is an interesting one. I'm a bit confused as to. So we were discussing after that match, as soon as the lineup ended, we had a phone call of about 5 or 6 guys on a group call right after. Gendaf, you've been in one of those sessions, and that's why we created the podcast, because sometimes right after the lineups, everyone is like, what do you guys think, you know? So we have like 6, 7 people on a group call, and everyone wants to know who made a mistake or who did the right thing and what do you think of this guy and that guy or whatever. So the biggest question in that one day is when Isa Lobo was put up, they went Saeed and Sufi when they could have gone Sufi and Foki in that match
Yeah.
perhaps, and then put Saeed in the second match against Raza and Jason.
Yeah. Yeah,
100%.
right. 100% correct. I think when I was looking at Foki and Boat's strategy, for them, I thought the optimal strategy would be not to overpower with Saeed. You didn't have to overpower with Saeed. So I had 5 scenarios where Saeed and Sufi are split, or actually 4 scenarios where they split and how to counter. And they went with the option of pairing them together. In fact, I actually told Boat pre-lineup that I'm going to put Saeed on a chair. So if you pair him weak, he's in trouble. And that psychological game might have made him put Sufi with Saeed. So it helped
So it's
me.
still in your
for the-
in your favor. So basically,
yeah,
you
it's still
said
in my
you,
favor because I didn't necessarily have to have a guarantee in the second goal game, but now I have a guarantee in the second goal game.
so it gave you
So
you're doing a bit of reverse psychology in it.
Yeah, so it worked perfectly in my favor.
Look,
So
because I mean, the way the
remember-
lineup would have went in that way there, if they had gone Sufi and Foki versus Isa and Lobo in the first one, you guys can tell me what you think of that. The second matchup would have been
I would think they still edge to win it, right? So even if
They
you put
would've-
Saeed with Forrest or
So in the
Foki
second
or-
matchup would have been Saeed and Forrest potentially versus or Saeed
Yeah,
and
they could have.
Buran. Let's say Buran.
Remember,
Let's say
but
Buran
by
for
me
the sake.
losing the gold toss, they gained no advantage.
They didn't, yeah. Because I'm thinking that in that second one they could have potentially gone Saeed and Buran, and then most likely had the upper end in the second. They could have taken the 2 gold matches off the.
They could
off
have
the bat.
taken the 2 goals easy. That is
Off the
correct. I don't know
table.
what Boat was
They
eating
left
or
it on
Yes,
the table.
But remember their situation. You lost the first 2 games, all 4 matches. You've only got 3 points. You're bottom of the log. You need to secure maximum points. You need to go
Yeah,
with
and
your
he's busy
best
throwing
against the
games.
best.
Yes, so that's exactly what we're saying, Docs. We're saying that they need to secure maximum match. You can't. Basically they've overpowered. They've gone. It seems to me they've gone like. I don't know how many matches will it take for Lobo to beat Saeed and Sufi in the first match. I think they've gone like
that boat of Carnage King's got a few holes. He's sinking at sea, sinking in a shallow waters.
No, it looks like they've gone like 95-5 in that first match. Like maybe, okay, let's just say 90-10. If that match was played 10 times, they would win 9 and lose 1. So it looks like they've got 90.
They
Boss,
wouldn't
they
lose
wouldn't
one.
have won one. I don't know
They
what
would-
you're talking, Zai. Please.
No, someone can get injured also in the one.
No, please, please, please.
You bringing the Achilles situation into this thing.
Yeah, just
Please.
chill in, just chill
Because
in
of
there,
you, the
bruh.
whole Achilles situation started, Zaid.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Hey,
look,
leave Zaid out of the topic. It wasn't because of him. It
yeah.
was
So look,
Lobo's
I mean,
fault.
yes. So look, I mean, that's
Can I give my comment?
yeah. Go
Lobo,
ahead.
Lobo, Lobo.
Yeah, I'm here.
You said that Said game's gonna be close.
It could be. It could be. I'm not ruling myself out as a 9-1 loss. I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we show up in that match, we can take an early break, put them under pressure. We
Wait,
could win a set.
what's the percentage you have on that match?
I would say 30% in our favor. 30%, 70 to them.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying out of 20 matches, if you guys had to play each other, they'll take 14 matches. They'll take 14
They
matches,
should
and you
take
take
14. We should
6.
take 6. Yeah.
So
Sure.
my view of Carnage play, I think is contrary to what everybody's talking about, right? If you think about it, I think both went in very wise. Is that if you had to go in with a 50-50 to maximize, say, 4 points, it's going to make him thin and open him up and make him vulnerable. Although Saeed and Sufi, I do agree, is overkill, but he's basically going to bag that point that's there. He's literally thrown one game, the way I see it, and he's put himself into 2 favorable other games, quite strong, in my view.
Which two
So
are the
if you,
favorable games in your view?
I think it's the one marquee could be lost, and
Yeah.
the two silvers could be in his favor. So essentially, if you had to think about which the angle he was going for was basically like a 3-1 win. Because you
So
must
which
remember
which
the
of
minute he has
those?
to split up, the minute he splits up, yes, you work on the fact that somebody's going to carry the game, but it also becomes very challenging. You don't know how people are going to outplay the opponents. So it becomes very challenging. So I think, you know what? I think he went in wise. That's just my view. He's going for his prediction for the night is 3 wins that he's chasing. He didn't split his pairs up in such a way that made him vulnerable. He basically played as strong as possible. That's my view.
So on the two silvers that's in question now, you got Jacob Uwais, Foki Burhan. What? Give me percentage on those on that match first, and then the Riaz Badat Bout Rais one again.
Can I just come in with a comment before you go there? Right?
Okay.
Who was speaking now? Foki.
No,
No,
it's Joe
Yusuf.
speaking.
Joe.
Okay.
I think you're mistaken there, boss. Honestly.
Mhm.
Because if you look at the caliber of Said Al Mango, I don't know if anybody's watched this guy play. He doesn't need he can win a game with anyone next to him. Anybody
Yes,
can play next to him.
he's a hard
Half
carry.
half decent player, and he'll win the game for you. Because number one, he's young, he's got a big smash, he can run all over, smash from the right and left hand side. So you didn't need to pay him up with such a strong opponent. If
Yes,
you
overkill.
could have taken both goals if you split those two up and
Yeah.
put Said with a half decent player, the game was done.
100%.
So what you're saying is focusing on one. He's gone too heavy in that first game, boss. Too
No,
heavy.
I agree. But I just said that he's basically if you look at it, when I agree with what you're saying, and I did say in the beginning it was overkill, right? But basically his strategy was he'd rather go the overkill, get the point, and throw one. But I hear what you tried to say. The overkill could have basically secured him the second one.
But he's not in a position to
Correct.
throw another game because he took 4-0, 4-0. He needs to
Correct.
try and win as many as he can. So what he's
100%.
done is he's hurt himself in the process.
Yeah, 1 point short.
1 point short. You could have had Sufi and whoever that could have beaten Raza, and I'm not sure who's Raza playing with.
Jason.
Exactly. So I don't know, bro.
I agree with Arshad there because remember, Saeed wins his game no matter who you pay him with.
Exactly.
So why give up another game because Saeed is winning?
Exactly.
That's
Say it
just a
doesn't
mistake.
need
Instead
say
of
it doesn't
Carnage
need
going
Sufi
for a
next to him to win the
3-1,
game.
I actually think now it's going to be either 2-2 or a 3-1 to Mambas. Carnage are
If,
not getting 3 in that game, in this week.
yeah. If
I
Mamba,
can't
if
see
Carnage
Carnage
don't
getting
take
3.
three, If Carnage take one or two, then it's a massive misfire.
Yeah,
I mean, I
and
guess two is not the worst case scenario, but two is still okay. I would think.
Two is
But if
not
they
okay.
actually,
Two is
It's
not
not
okay for
okay.
them. Two is not okay for them, boss.
They needed 3 or 4 to stay in the
Exactly.
game.
Otherwise they gone. They need minimum of
Side
3 games every week.
at the end of this week, the team that's in fourth position will have 8 points. If they end up on 5 points, they have
They're
to
out.
make up 3 points over the next 3 game weeks to get to
so you
fourth.
saying that, because remember we spoke to both afterwards. They were happy to at least get a minimum 2.
yeah,
think
they
it's
drunk, those people, they drunk.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to get 2 in this week for them.
Look, I mean, both and Reis have got to. You see, they very look at it like this, right? In their point of view, they've got it as a win for Foki and Buran, and they're very very confident on both and Reis taking Riaz and Barat. So
Yeah, but
maybe if
I
things
mean,
turn
I can say the same. I can say the same about my team. I'm very confident we're winning both silvers. I'm very confident we're winning the throw gold. I'm
no,
very confident we got. I'm very confident we got 3-1 in the bag.
I agree there
So
with
it's a battle of confidence now.
No,
We
I mean
don't.
he could have got 2 in the gold. He could have got
Yeah,
2 in the gold.
yeah,
And
you
then
see,
he got 2 in the
one
gold.
other silver pulls through.
Yeah, he could have limited me to 2 wins. He's given me 3 wins.
Why was Javed
I
so
can.
stressed when they won the toss? Because he didn't know what they were gonna do.
I
Guys,
think Dravid got what he wanted.
guys, you are belaboring the point. This is a no-brainer. Arshad and Lobo are 100% right. This is a done deal. Anybody who thinks otherwise is Dalulu.
What you mean? Substantiate that. What's a done deal?
It's a 3-1 Mambas.
Even if it's a 3-1 Mambas, worst case 2-all, which doesn't serve Carnage Kings purposes given their current number of points. So their strategy was absolutely ludicrous. I don't know who came up with that one.
Okay. So
I
look,
think what impacted Carnage this week was the fact that Ray and Boat and Ashraf, 3 players, are on minimum number of games. So they did the best possible pairing. Because remember, we're still debating them getting 2 wins. So they did the best possible pairing based on 3 players having minimum games.
yeah.
I don't.
Look, I mean, I think
Maybe I missed something there, but I think if they split Saeed and Sufi, they honestly would have. I think Saeed going in against Raza, I think they win the other gold game, and this one becomes a 50-50, and they win one other. They could have had a shot at 3, whereas now they'll be lucky to get 2. Not lucky, I guess they could. The best they could hope for is
Exactly,
2.
and they won the toss and they called Lobo out first, so they already
Yeah.
knew Lobo was in that first game. They could have
Exactly.
went Tufi and someone and banged that game and then thrown Saeed in the Raza game, and Saeed would have done his thing.
yeah,
Boss.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I see the
Yeah,
same.
we all see it the same way.
Yeah. So look, I mean,
both are
that's
so
I
happy.
didn't take into consideration the toss point again. So I agree. I agree with
Yeah.
what the comment passed.
So look, I mean, we're gonna conclude now on the first episode. We'll add more things as we go or whatever. I mean, the first one was just to get those lineups going, because I think that's one of the most fascinating parts. There wasn't too much strategy talk in the other matches. I think that obviously that match was like the strategy on that was stand out, I guess, from the two sides. So that's why I guess we had more comments to make on that. The leaderboard at the moment, just to go through that, we have Supersonics on top with Midlife on 8. Then we have Tridents on 7. We have Smash Squad and Mamba sitting on 6, fighting for their top spots. Then we've got Dons on 5. We've got Assassins on 5. And then we've got the Carnage Kings on 3. So I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what you guys think this looks like by the end of it. A lot of the calls that, as we discussed earlier, it was almost like most games were going to a 2-2. There wasn't any clear outright favorites on any of them. Super tiebreaks are also important. As we discussed, one interesting stat that we pulled out. Let's just go to it quickly. We'll conclude on this because we got another lineup battle to do. The super tiebreak. So this is something that's very important because we've got the the Mambas having played 3 super tie breaks, won 2, lost 1. So I've given you the leader, the log table now. We've got Assassins won 1 super tie break, losing 3. We've got the Dons winning 1, losing 1. Smash Squad winning 2, losing 1. Midlife Crisis winning 2, losing 2. Tridents losing both, and Carnage Kings losing 3 super tie breaks. Then we've got the Supersonics losing 5. Winning 5. So you can see, even if you just look at the Carnage Kings and the, winning 5 and losing 3, that's like an 8-point swing in the other way around, which is quite crazy how these things can go, how these tables can look like if the super ties go the other way. So Yahya Baba is, I think, we said it the other day, is it like 3-on-3? 3 super tie breaks, 3 wins. That's some BMT. And
Well,
I
Mr.
think
J,
that's a whole lot of luck if you look at it that way.
yeah, in some ways it is a bit of a penalty shootout, but also, there's been some 8-2, 10-8, 10-8 super tie breaks, but there's also been wide margin super tie breaks, So, give us a stat Irshad asked for. I don't know what he asked for.
Yasser asked for the stat.
The
You asked for what
rotation, rotation of players.
no. I would say instead
Not
of highlighting the teams that are iffy in their wins by going to a tiebreaker, why are we emphasizing that versus emphasizing the dominance of other teams that are winning potentially 2-love straight sets?
Yeah, so look,
or, big margins and things like that. All this is telling you is that they've got potentially some BMT, but hey, they had to choke to get to the third set in the first
yeah,
place.
look,
if
you
get what I'm
can
saying.
look at it both ways. So if you invert it, basically you've got Supersonics, if they're sitting on 8 points, then they've got 3 wins on straight sets. And then Midlife Crisis have 6 wins on straight sets. And then Tridents have 7 wins on straight sets, which is the most. So basically, if you had to have a log on who wins the most on straight sets, then I guess the Tridents are top of that log.
and there's 2 forfeits.
And there's 2 what?
Forfeit.
1 forfeit, yeah. So unfortunately, I don't know what you guys thought of that. Let's actually end it on that, because we have Joe on the line here. He unfortunately picked up a season-ending injury. He did his operation today. Shukr, it was a success. Unfortunately, his potential comeback will only be by earliest December, which is quite a long period out, and some may say a little bit longer than that, with rehab and that type of thing. I don't know if you guys saw his match. We'll end on that because he played so well, man. And we have him on the line here. It was a game that we weren't expected to win. It was Raza and I think Jason in their match, and we had Joe and Uzair on our side. And we were serving for the set when he for the first set when he tore his Achilles. People
Just
on the
on
side
that,
of the
why wasn't he allowed a sub? Even if Lobo had to choose a sub, why wasn't a sub allowed there?
No, I think if someone can't finish the match,
According to so we put it in the rules at the beginning of the season. If there's a sub, if there's an injury that forces you to end your match, then the opponents win.
You see, that's because that's a rule where if someone's just off his game, someone can pretend to have it. But obviously in this case, it wasn't the case. Everyone heard the gunshot sound when the Achilles was torn. So that was quite gruesome.
It was really unfortunate because Yusuf and Uzair had the edge in the match. They were break up. They broke first. My team, I think, were 2 break points. It was 15-40. So we were on 2 break points to level the match at 5-all in the first set when that went down, which was really unfortunate to see because I think Yusuf Ismail was up to he was playing in a goal match with 3 other goal players, and they were break up in the set. So yeah, very well done to him for playing that well. I would have loved to see the outcome of that match, but I think, I was actually dreading to see the outcome of that match because it could have been a donut 4-0 against us.
4-0, yeah. And another thing just to mention is that he was the number one draft pick in the business class league, and unfortunately
Mm.
doesn't get to play a single matchup in the league at all. Just something to add.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Yusuf, we're going to end on you. So if you want to say any comment on that, and we're going to jump straight into the lineup battles for the Raptors and the Bears in the business class league.
Basically, my view is that the game could have gone either way. Winning the first set, sometimes people come back strong in the second set based on our experience that we had. I mean, and you can see it across the games that have been played. But definitely the first set was ours. When I got injured, we were 40-15 up, and the strike was mine, and I was confident that I would have converted that point. So the first set was definitely ours. But what would have happened thereafter is hard to say. But given the way we were playing, I would say that game was ours for the taking.
Yeah, everyone who saw that
Okay.
felt the
Okay,
same
no,
way.
so then I actually got it wrong. You guys were serving with 2 points for the set. Yeah, then
Yeah, we were
yeah,
40-15 up, and at that point we were winning that set. It was 5-4, 40-15.
then you're already on a super tie. If we win the second set, it could go either way.
Yes, but just my personal view, the quality of the game. If if my partner stepped up, it was definitely it would have been difficult the second set, and if it went into a super tie. But if Uzair stepped up and he strikes 1 point, which he's totally capable of, the game was definitely down in the first 2 sets.
Hmm. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 4 on the night, but we wish you all the best on your recovery. We hope to see you at the courts still. Yeah, I mean, it was a hard one to take, I guess, even for the team, and obviously for yourself in your pedal season, basically, both
Oh.
leagues. Okay, thanks, guys. All right, we out for the first one. Thanks, guys. We'll do some strategy talk on the next one again.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.